can't believe this. All things considered, Fiorme Siverno looks undamaged. Surprising when you consider the state of our defenses. Whoever started this fight didn't come prepared to finish it. I will be happy to oblige them. Someone made a dangerous enemy today.
We'll fight them with you, Giada.
They break, they bind us.
I didn't see the attack, but I could hear it from afar. Sounds like the Rangers put up quite a fight. Good for them. Be safe out there.
Do you want to talk about it?
They say that animancy offends the gods. Did they?
Listen to me. The gods love you. Whoever did this, they are cowards and swine.
You saved us? Thank you.
This was no random attack. The soldiers knew exactly where to go.
I hope everyone is all right. My people settled these lands in the name of freedom. It took 50 years, but our oppressors caught up to us. I hate living in interesting times.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Again and again they strike.
Marijo! What bloodthirsty fools!
Per complankenet. It's just a stray arrow. You'll be fine. Glownie must have been watching over you. If it had landed any higher... Quit moving around, you butthole.
Can't talk now. Need to keep an eye out for more of those steel garrote batzos.
Beacons are lit. Fjord's rangers are better organized than they look.
Can't talk now. Need to keep an eye out for more of those steel garrote batzos.
We should talk. What happened to Fior Messiverno could have been worse. A lot worse. But that doesn't mean the living land is safe. If anything, it's more dangerous by far. There's the city. Thank goodness. It's good to see home again, if only for a moment. Soon the Rangers will strengthen their defenses. They'll hunt down anyone behind the attack. I almost pity them.
Me too.
How many thorns must we claw out?
We got lucky this time. We need to be ready for the next.
I'll make sure to wing her one, just for Monato.
Nice job getting that beacon lit. Never seen anyone climb so fast.
I don't know what came over me. When I saw the city under attack, I just...
You found your courage, that's what. Envoy, over here. I see you avoided the carnage. A few of your countrymen, well, let's say they didn't know any better.
You may have beaten us today, but it's only a matter of time before Emerald Stair bends the knee.
Shut up already. Since the two of you are kin, I thought maybe you could help squeeze some information out of him. What we know is this. The Steel Garrote marched on Emerald Stair. We're pretty sure they wanted to set us to the torch.
And you taught them the error of their ways. Well done.
Just doing my job, same as you. What I don't understand is why they came unprepared. Few soldiers, and even fewer supplies. If the Steel Garrote wanted to start a fire, they sure didn't pack a lot of firepower. Only one way to find out.
It doesn't matter what you do to me. The living lands will be brought to heel.
Now listen. I am a patient man. But if you don't give us some answers, the envoy here is going to rip you in half. You know I was bluffing, don't you? I'm not looking forward to cleaning up the mess, so you can help me by telling us what we want to know.
Your threats are wasted, cur. I have nothing to hide. Inquisitor Ludwig gave the order to march on Fior Mesiverno. Emerald Stair's on the precipice of disaster. Crops have failed, the townsfolk are defiant, and it's only gotten worse.
I fail to see how attacking my city helps the situation.
The coast is the only habitable corner in the living lands. We can unite as one people, or let the wilderness take us. What choice do we have? Tradition led this place to its doom. Better that it burn, and the people start again.
That is, without a doubt, the worst justification for a war crime that I have ever heard.
Speaking from experience, people don't usually unite as one after you've attacked their home.
Ludwig tried to hasten the inevitable. Nothing more.
Aha! Now that is what I call a thorough confession. What do you want to do with him? As an adherent, I trust you know how to handle it by the book. I will see to it myself. Too bad the road to Paradise is in bad shape. Our wagon might hit a bump or two.
As much as I want to rip his soul apart, maybe he's more useful to us alive.
But you can't send me back to Ludwig. Don't you know what she does to people who fail her?
I can't wait to find out. See you around, Envoy. Thanks again.
A fate worse than death, perhaps. But fate nonetheless.
Good call. He's Ludwig's problem. Not worth getting your hands dirty.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
The attack failed. But we won't forget what happened here.
Looking for anything in particular? What you see is what we have.
This could have been so much worse.
I suppose you've earned our respect, even though you're an outlander.
You did right by us. Thank you, Envoy.
Envoy, I owe you my gratitude, and perhaps an apology. They tell me you're the reason our city is standing. You took care of the Stilgarrote before they could cause any serious damage.
You listened to your instincts, and they were right.
You warned me something like this might happen. At least we had time to brace for it.
No doubt your Inquisitor is aware of what happened here. You've made a powerful enemy.
I don't think she knows the meaning of the word. As for us, we're still standing, but our enemies have little patience for failure.
We agree on one thing. The Stilgarrote have declared war on the living lands.
Call it what you like. This is an invasion of our sovereign territory.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. Today marks a notable victory, but we've only bought ourselves time, not salvation. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch, and I wasn't strong enough to bear it. You must understand. My mother is the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giata.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it. What? And this is the source of our troubles? But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Koichi, tell her, it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
There's no other explanation for the spiritual shift in the living lands. Something that slept has awoken. I believe there is still more to learn, but a disturbance on this scale could explain the changes to our ecosystem.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now... what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
But we can return someday. Rebuild your father's legacy. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradis.
And I want an explanation.
As long as we are Animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradis is more secure, but it would mean living under a Diran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku Kubel, which is in Shatterscarp, so we've got to get there now. Though the city was saved, my research wasn't, which means the Steel Garrote knows just as much as we do. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman. I would be surprised if your journey were that uncomplicated, but stranger things have happened.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers. I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Exploring the Living Lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
Giada, thank goodness you're all right. We fought back the Steel Garrote, but I fear all we hurt was their pride. They'll come after us again.
At least now we can prepare. You faced oppression before and lived to tell of it.
Yes, but this flavor of oppression is different than it was in ages past. It has an urgency that frightens me.
I'll give the Steel Garrote something to fear.
You give me hope for the future, envoy. Thank you.
Are you going to be all right?
Thirdborn will be a good home for our people. Anywhere is safer than Emerald Stair.
Yes, but it's you I'm worried about.
I won't lie to you, Giada. War is a young man's game, and this attack has rattled me to my core. I hope that I live long enough to see peace return to the Living Lands. That is all.
There will be peace again. Somehow.
You as well, my friend.
Don't be a stranger. I'm still your apprentice, after all.
Oh, I beg to differ. You have taken your education places I cannot follow. Be well, Giada. Envoy, thank you again for your confidence.
It's clear to me now. There is a threat in the Living Lands, but it is far greater than the Dream Scourge. You came to us for help, but you repaid it tenfold. I don't know how to repay you for thwarting the attack.
What? You'd do this for me? Really?
If I extended the offer, would you come back to us?
I don't know. Not until my business with the envoy is concluded. And some things would have to change around here.
Understood. So be it. If Giatta is willing to return, then I will allow it. Of course, the final decision is hers, and hers alone. Now, I'm sure you have other matters to attend to in the living lands, but let me know if you need anything else. I still can't believe the adherents would be so brazen. What can I do for you?
We fought off an Adiran invasion with the help of our recently dead.
Next time, I'll choose a less fraught project, like contraception.
You will always have friends in pure Mesiverno. Remember that.
Thank you for everything, Envoy.
I hope I'm right. I shudder to think what will happen if I'm not.
Ado! Welcome to my fine establishment, I'm Mika.
If you're here for Belena, she's upstairs.
Come on now, I think you've had enough.
But I've only had 7. What do you call this? Libation?
Forgetful Night is your favorite.
Oh, that's right. A lovely liqueur. Cheers to our walls, my craps, the dream scourge, your love life.
Okay, that's it. I'm having Savi cut you off.
Ah, boo. You used to be fun. Now you're responsible.
At least I won't be hungover tomorrow.
If you fancy a drink, we have plenty in store.
So we have averted disaster once more. What shall we do to celebrate?
How about we meddle with the soul of a total stranger and see what happens?
Brilliant.
What can I serve you? Wherever the animancers go, I will gladly follow. Until next time, traveler.
Be seeing you, Hector.
That was a close call. Thank the gods we made it.
I heard it was a certain Adiran envoy, and not the gods who saved our skin.
That can't be right, can it?
You're still here? Merla, surely you have something better to do.
Welcome back! What can I get you? Come back anytime. Don't you die on me! Don't you let the Stilka Road win!
You did right by us. Thank you, envoy.
We should talk. What happened to Fior Mesiverno could have been worse. A lot worse. But that doesn't mean the living lands is safe. If anything, it's more dangerous by far. And in my case, it's inevitable. No matter where animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge. Don't worry. I plan to hold the mortals accountable. As many of them as it takes. Listen to me. A failed animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal. I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself? Don't take this the wrong way, but you weren't raised by animancers. Their ambition destroyed our family. Now it falls to me to find meaning in my parents' sacrifice. And I don't know if I can. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else. Sending my people to Thirdborn. It's a good arrangement. They get a roof over their heads. The city gets animancers, and everyone gets along. For once. The free settlements have enough cultural and ideological differences that we don't always see eye to eye. But when it comes to survival, there is no disagreement. We're in this together. Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us. And yet you were here when others would have looked away. Despite everything that happened, it means a lot. Not a chance. You're going to accept my gratitude and enjoy every second of it. Well, onward to better things. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Until next time.
Envoy, it's clear that no matter what happened, these people couldn't stay in Fior. Just not sure you did the right thing. These people won't survive long in a place like Thirdborn. Thirdborn is a rough town. They literally do their business inside the skeleton of a leviathan. If you thought Paradise's docks were rough, just wait. Plus, they have a nogfish curry that will peel your tongue. Right, changing the subject. Fine. You've been patient enough, I suppose. Right. Solace isn't an easy place to live. The food is stale and meager. The water tastes like steel and old meat. Everyone knows everyone else. No privacy, no silence, no time to yourself. Solace is a walled keep in the harshest region of the lands. Isolated is an understatement. Honestly, all of that was fine. But there was a peculiar kind of silence I didn't love. You should be a sharpshooter. You keep hitting the target. I have only the faintest memories of my parents, which was fine. I had friends and mentors and trainers and elders. When I asked about my real parents, though, they just told me I was safe now, and that the wardens were my family. I never knew if my parents were alive or dead. I like to assume that they had died fighting some giant monster in the tusks, but no one would say. When I asked for more, they changed the subject, like I wasn't worthy of a backstory. I'm from Solace, for whatever that's worth. My oldest memories are of Solace. My oldest friend is from there. Maybe, maybe not. I've learned to stop worrying about it. Until next time. Envoy? Gods, I can't believe what's happening around here. Fjord was attacked when we weren't looking. It's a miracle it's still there. Then we have to find her and stop her before she gets a chance. Simple as that. You know, she's hard to track for a giant of a woman in heavy armor, hauling an army around. But we'll get her. Don't worry about that. Right, changing the subject. You too.
I knew.
Those dreams seem to be getting worse. How are you feeling? If you get up in the night, don't wander too far.
Let me think. I knew the Steel Garrote were up to no good.
No one ever plans anything nice in a hidden war camp, do they?
This isn't over, you know. Emerald Stair was just the beginning.
Ominous portents of doom. Need more of those for sure.
I hope Thirdborn is a good community for my people. They've been through a lot.
Thirdborn's a rough town, but it's not all bad, assuming they're willing to pull their weight.
Animancers can be an eccentric bunch, but we know the meaning of a good day's work.
Come closer, Envoy. I'd like a word.
No, not falling for the old lone enemy surrounded by dead rangers wanting peace trick.
A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another. I go where the Inquisitor commands, just as you go where the Emperor commands. You interfered in our plans. Take it from me, Inquisitor Ludwig isn't at all pleased. In that case, maybe it's not too late to make amends. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig. Our soldiers were poised to attack Fior Messiverno. If you had been made aware, you would not have interfered. You might not want to admit it, but Fior Messiverno is a settlement in decline. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. What exactly do you think you saved? Fior Messiverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them. You're here for the health of the island, not the survival of one floundering outpost. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adir if that's what it takes. Because we have one thing in common. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you. But don't get in our way a second time. It won't end well. Perceptive. Maybe Ludwig was right about you. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
You don't have to answer that.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way. I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honourable folk to the last. Ludwig told me to open a path for you by any means necessary, and that's exactly what I did. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerty. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favourable circumstances. Nor should you, if you insist on interfering with our work. Be seeing you, envoy. Sooner or later.
I'm sleeping with one eye open tonight.
Nice lady. Hate her, don't trust her, want to kill her, but nice lady.
The Steel Garrote are never far.
if it isn't the envoy again. Luckily, those steel garrote soldiers at the gate haven't bothered me yet. I'm just hoping not to draw their attention. Aye, they killed those poor rangers and have just been waiting there. That's certainly the hope. Anyway, it's not my business to interfere in. I've seen nothing and just wish to be on my way. Until later, friend. Stay safe out there.
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers, and now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention why the Steel Garrote attacked my fucking home. Who cares what she believes? What right have the dead to judge the living? We were lucky this time. My people will be on high alert, but that doesn't mean we're safe. The Steel Garrote are hunting anyone who doesn't conform to their vision of the living lands. Our freedom is on the line.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn? Thirdborn's a rugged place that attracts rugged people. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back changed. Their bodies and minds twisted, corrupted. Some confused and disoriented like Belena, others violent like Adelaro.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This dream scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt. Don't look at me. Ask the voice in your head.
Everything we learned in Nakutadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the dream scourge. Yatsli is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yatsli can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions? Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try. This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giada. Giada Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Castel. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything? What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Nakutadek, but I'll take it over nothing.
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me, then? Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsli, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the dream scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise.
Anything. Right. Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it. Thanks.
Takes courage to go back for something you lost. I wouldn't have it in me.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. I wanted to say, for all of its imperfections, Fior Mesiverno deserves a second chance. Thanks to you, it has one. I won't forget it. I couldn't care less what they think. Just to be safe, we should remain vigilant. Sleep in shifts. Look after each other. Rest while you can. Our enemies are organized, but so are we.
Let's get some rest. We have a long day ahead of us.
I once heard rumors about a cataclysm in the Deadfire. Something about the lost city of Ukaizo. Does that ring any bells?
The higher-ups with fancy hats were looking for it, but that was all above my rank.
There was also talk of a broken machine. A device so large that it towered over the city.
Definitely sounds like the kind of thing the fancy hats would have been interested in. But why are you so curious about something on the other side of the world?
I have my reasons.
You know, people don't think steam thistle has any medicinal properties.
Oh?
But if you grind it up and add some clean water, it's decent at protecting your skin from the sun.
That will be a great help on our travels. I detest the sun.
It also doesn't taste half bad on bread, if you don't mind picking out all the little pricklers.
I think I'll stick to butter. But at least we have options.
Wait, did you ask about that, or was it Kai? Never mind. Carry on. I was wondering, what do souls feel like?
Forgive me, but could you elaborate?
I mean, do you touch them when you're doing animancy? Are they hot or cold? Is it like a cloud or like a beam of light?
Well, it feels a bit like being watched. Like there's an unseen presence in the laboratory with you. That's why many animancers prefer to work in groups. To be in the presence of the living.
Huh. I think that makes sense.
Normally this is nothing to worry about. Unless the presence follows you home. Then you know you've angered the dead.
Right. I think I'll just stick with hunting bears for now.
When you were in the Navy, did you ever get shipwrecked?
Once. The seas were choppy, and we scraped the edge of a reef. Pretty far from any of our bases, unfortunately.
And when the rations ran out, did you...
Did I what?
Did you eat any of your crewmen?
No, we went fishing and harvested fire kelp. Why?
Cannibalism is supposed to be good for the soul. According to research, anyway.
What research?
I've also heard that sailors have appetites that can't be sated on land.
Sometimes it's just about survival. You make different decisions when your life is on the line.
You people read too many adventure stories. Doesn't the thought make you queasy?
On the bright side, if we're ever short on supplies, it's useful to know who gets eaten first.
Just remind me never to get on a ship with any of you.
Kai, you've killed people before.
Good evening to you, too. And, yeah.
Have you ever been haunted by one of them?
Well, the first has always stayed with me. This was in Deadfire. We were boarded by valiant privateers in the dead of night. One moment, I'm asleep, and the next, I'm staring down the barrel of a pistol. It misfired, and I ran him through before he could try again. But I'll never forget the look in his eyes as the light faded out of them. Is that what you wanted to know?
Oh dear, not exactly. When I said haunted, I meant, have you ever seen a ghost before?
Once, at sea, I heard moaning coming from the ship's lazarette. Never went down there again.
Noted, thank you. Do you need to talk about, you know, the dead privateer? Because I have time.
I think I just need a drink.
You know what I miss? Flashberries.
Oh, I loved those as a child. The gifted magpie used to make a delicious flashberry jam.
Ooh, sweet and a little tangy, with a nice snap when you bite down. Huh. Well, spicy burn if you leave the seeds in. Mmm.
Oh, that's it. Now I'm hungry again. And I would kill for a flashberry.
I'll have to get some more of those next time I'm in the stair.
Now that I think of it, my father had a recipe for flashberry pie. I'll write it down for you later.
I knew I liked you. I just never knew why until this very moment.